And you probably can find a few signs like, just like that right there. That's not natural right there. There's a ditch both sides of that right there. When you get back on that bluff.
So this would be the old Coffee Road, right?
This is the old Coffee Road. It goes right on out yonder. See, this land that Mary Jr. owns here, it goes right on out and comes out to Old Glory.
The Old Glory?
Old Glory, yeah.
Okay.
That's where the Coffee Road is.
And I reckon that may have been why there was a settlement at Glory. And see, they even had a school there.
Did you know there probably was more at Puddleville and Glory than there was in Alapaha at one time?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
I'm serious. That just sounds crazy to say that, but it's true.
Yeah.
There was a lot of homes down there. I mean, I plowed up all kind of stuff in that ag field there in Puddleville. I really did. But it's just
what kind of tree is this you're leaning on?
what kind of tree?
Yeah.
Some kind of.
Cypress.
That's a cypress.
It is cypress, okay.
It is a cypress.
A very young cypress.
There's a lot of cypress here.
How old
Good
is?
sized cypress tree right there. A lot of people look at big cypress trees up and down the river. I have a good theory about it, and I don't think I'm wrong. Most of these big cypress trees that you see, you know what happens to them when they grow like that, don't you?
I do not.
They develop a bell. What's the bell for? It's swell. It's for nature to tell it to drop its taproot and start putting out lateral roots. And so when the lateral roots there, this tree's not very stable. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so that's how it swells. That's why it swells so big like that. It's holler in there.
Yeah.
And the holler travels much further on these trees on the river and wetland than all that we got out yonder. But a lot of them they look like this. They hadn't developed the swell, so it's like that. You didn't know that?
No, I did not.
Well, that's the reason that most of these river cypress trees have bells. Some of them have huge bells on. Even the bay trees and the poplar trees, any of these trees that go around, they'll develop a bell, and that's a signal for it to lose the taproot. I didn't know that. Even pine will do that. And I cut some for Carl Dixon out in a wet area one time, and it had a lot of swells on that black man. He said, "You don't know what that is?" I said, "I have no idea." He said, "If you'll cut down low enough, it'll be holler up in there a little ways." He said, "It's lost its taproot."
Wow.
And it's true. I've sawed enough trees. I learned that through the years.
So right here, you think it more or less the ferry?
This is a crossing right here.
This is a crossing.
Where it was there or there. I used to see it over there. You could see that development where the old road bed was, because they had to clear it out, back there when they made this thing.
Yeah.
And so I've seen that pretty prevalent out here on the old Silver Southern. Now I worked up there. Marston Fletcher's land out there in Irving County. We cut a lot of timber up there for him. And old Silver Southern went through his properties. And one day we was on the road bed, and I mean, they were cross styles still there. And there were pine trees this big around in the thing. And that was just amazing to me that we were in that bed. And after we got all the timber cut, then I could see half a mile away, and I could see the sink in the timber line where the track went across the Alapaha River. I mean, you could see, it's very noticeable. The timber was lower there because they hewed it out and everything. And that track, and I guess the timber was younger too, you see, but you could see that slope in the trees and all. Y'all want to ford the river now and go on?
Yeah.
Let's go.